So, Blanka's pretty good. I think he's probably the strongest out of all of the Season 3 characters so far, but, not a lot of people want to play him, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, some of the players that have stuck with Blanka and are continuing to play him, like, Nishkin and, what's-his-face, some other guy, are putting in work and really making the character look really good. So I want to, do a few demonstrations for Falke's options against some of Blanka's normal playstyles and a few of the things that, a few of the pieces of tech that Blanka uses and abuses a lot of the time. First off, we have to talk about the rainbow rolls. The rainbow roll balls are very deceptive and are really good at moving Blanka around the screen and baiting out anti-airs. They're deceptively difficult to predict where he's going to go, and will often beat out anti-airs if they're not properly spaced, or cause anti-airs to whiff, and then he will be able to easily whiff punish with a low medium kick into a Blanka ball. So the first step of fighting Blanka is figuring out how to deal with these rainbow rolls. So this is the light one, and the light one is the biggest problem. The light one is the one that baits out anti-airs, and the light one is the one that he'll recover and then do low medium kick afterwards. This is the one, the problem, the one you have to look out for. The heavy one is the one that goes the farthest outside of the EX, the farthest range of the EX Blanka ball, and at its max range is about there. So if you're outside that range, if he does a Blanka ball, a rainbow roll, you know that he's either going to be too far away to do anything, or you can just whiff punish it. I would recommend whiff punishing with standing medium kick. You will have to swing the standing medium kick a little bit sooner than you would think. It's not after he's landed. If you do it after he's landed, he'll be able to block. So if you're absolutely outside of the range of that, you're fine, but that's full screen, and as a Falke player, you usually be wanting to play a bit closer than that. So at the various ranges, there's this range in which you have to worry about this range, which is the optimal range for the heavy rainbow roll. There's this range in which the medium rainbow roll will hit you and the heavy one will go over your head, like so. And then there's this range where he'll be canceling normals into the rainbow rolls often, like canceling low medium kick into the various rainbow rolls. So those are the ranges where you have to understand what options to look for, and you will have to practice this because you'll need to be able to identify when he does the light rainbow roll, when he stops his momentum right about there. You can identify after that point whether he's continuing to move horizontally across the screen or he starts moving down. Then you can identify if it's the light one. And if not, you can anti-air with a Schneide. Sometimes you'll get trades if you're doing it this late, if you're not reacting in time, but like so. But the most important thing is that you're not whipping it against the light one. Like so. Now for this range, where the heavy Blanka ball will, or the heavy rainbow roll will go over your head, if you react to him not doing the bait, the light version, and you do the Schneide will whiff on the heavy rainbow roll. Like so. So instead, you'll have to use your crouching hard punch, which will hit further behind Falke's head. And if you don't want to take trades by having to react to, because you need to at first identify that it's not the light rainbow roll and that he's not doing a fake out, it's safer to guess wrong or react incorrectly at further ranges where he won't be able to, where he won't be in range to whip punish you with the low medium kick or anything like that. But if you want to not take that bet, you might as well try doing the crouching hard punch instead of the Schneide as an anti-air, because the Schneide leaves you open for longer in case he does the light rainbow roll and causes you to whip the attack. Like so. But another thing that you can do is you can just react really late and then identify that he's definitely not doing the light rainbow roll and then punish with the EX Schneide instead. But this is only at max range. Obviously you won't be able to do that at this range because the heavy one will still go over your head. Like so. And as for pretty close range, i.e. the range in which he'll be canceling off of his normals, jumping medium kick, jump forward medium kick is one answer that will beat all of those options. However, it won't deal with, you'll no longer have to react to any of the particular rainbow rolls, but you will have to react and identify that he's not just doing the backwards jungle hop, which actually looks quite different in the startup of the animation from the rainbow roll, but it still starts with him moving backwards. So if you're reacting to him moving backwards when he's canceling a move, it won't work every time. And then he will be able to anti-air you. But that being said, you'll be able to identify that he's done the backwards jungle hop before you press the jumping medium kick. Which means that you'll be able to either come down with the jumping hard punch or fade out an anti-air with the dive kick or the feather. And another thing is if you're very close range, like here, every single time you see him move backwards, you can just hit Schneide. And you'll beat anything that he can do. Now, onto his next thing, one of his best corner escape tools, the EX Rainbow Roll. So, the thing about this is that it has invincibility startup, as you can see. Like so, and it hits on the way up as well as the way down, although it won't hit crouching opponents on the way up. This essentially means that, but you can still hit him out of the startup of this, or hit him after the invincibility is ended, but before he goes into the actual rainbow roll. Unfortunately, due to the fact that it will only record the first input when you record block recovery actions or guard recovery actions, I can only have him do the mid-range EX Rainbow Roll, and not the far-ranging one, as a recording, so, but for the most part, I'll be able to demonstrate options that will work against both, because they are different. This one, it starts up a bit slower, like, you can do stuff like, like medium punch, light punch, hard kick. And he won't be able to beat you out, but he will if he does the long range EX Rainbow Roll. So whatever, I'll just talk about the ones that work against any options of Rainbow Roll that he has, or EX Rainbow Roll that he has. So your default, I would avoid doing light kick, medium punch as a frame trap against Blanka in the corner, because you won't be able to really do anything to punish him for doing. Against the medium one, you can identify that he's doing it, you can see the reversal and then do your EX Schneide, but this won't work against the heavy one, which has the most distance, which he'll be doing most of the time, so that's not a real option. You can react to it and super, which will work against all of his options, but your reactions have to be a little on point for that. You have to be specifically looking for that, and she has, but you know, that is one way you can do it. But the frame trap, or the sequence of buttons that I would do on block to try and bait this out, would be standing light punch, standing light kick, crouching medium kick. So off of standing light punch, standing light kick, you can add an additional medium punch in between those, in between light kick and crouching medium kick. That will beat out the startup of the EX Rainbow Roll. And between the light kick and, or after the crouching medium kick, you can buffer, or you can input a forward jump into an air throw. Sorry, a neutral jump. Like so. So, that sequence of inputs that I just did would reflect this. As you can see, light punch, light kick, medium punch, crouching medium kick, up. And then as soon as you identify that he's blocked the medium kick, you stop holding up. So, you'll have to practice that, which I have not practiced yet, but that is your sequence of options that will be able to bait out and punish the EX Rainbow Roll as Falke.
I'm ready to start.
As for, this is more of like a public service thing, but as for Blanka's V-Trigger 2 mix-ups, the basic way it works is that if he cancels his normals into the light or medium Blanka ball, and then does the downward, down-forward cancel off the V-Trigger 1, that is an absolute true block string. I was mashing the entire time and no buttons could come out. And the farther away that he is when he does the light Blanka ball, the more plus he'll be on block. So if he does like a point blank normal into the heavy Blanka ball into the down forward, whatever follow-up ball, he will be like 0 or -1 or -2. But if he's farther away, like off of a low medium kick into the light Blanka ball into the downward one, as you can see, he will be +2 on block afterwards. And it is possible for him to go to the other side and still be +1 on block. So just be aware of that. If he does the horizontal Blanka ball into the down forward follow-up ball, he will be plus on block. However, it's a true block string and he cannot get a mix-up off of that. But if he cancels something from point blank into the upwards ball, the vertical ball, instead of the horizontal Blanka ball, then it's a different situation. He will be able to create cross-ups like that. However, this is not a real mix-up. As soon as you see that he goes into there, you can stand block, and it will no longer be possible for him to get a cross-up. And so long as he does the vertical Blanka ball, which you can practice looking at and identify that he's canceling the normal and he's going up instead of moving slightly horizontally, like the other one appears to do, where he clearly moves horizontally rather than vertically. You can identify which one he's doing. And if he cancels either one, you should probably start stand blocking, just in case you're incorrect, so that he can't get a cross-up. But if you stand block any of his options after the vertical Blanka balls, unlike his light horizontal Blanka ball into the down forward option, he will not be plus on block. Off of this exchange, he will be -3 on block, and this is off of the heavy vertical ball, which is why he can only do it when he's point blank, because that's the only one he can create a mix-up off of, which, like I said, is not a real mix-up, because you can just stand block it, and he won't be able to go to the other side. But yeah, he'll only at best be he'll be at best -3 on block, and the further away or the weaker versions of the vertical Blanka ball that he does, the worse on block it will be. That being said, there's no real guaranteed ways to punish this. Like it is a real frame trap, so if I were to like mash light kick, I would get beaten out. I can punish him with super, but if he had done, like, say, just the backwards Blanka ball, he would have gotten out of there and baited it out. So there's no real guaranteed way to punish this. That being said, you can V-reversal it. Well, you wouldn't want to V-reversal that because that one's already minus. But even if he goes to the other side using that method, so long as you V-reversal the Blanka ball pretty late, and you're holding backwards, you will be able to V-reversal in the correct direction. So, Blanka also gets the ability to cancel his EX Blanka ball, his invincible reversal, into more follow-ups. And as you can see in this situation, he can even cancel in such a way that he's plus on block. But there's always going to be a gap when he cancels this that you'll be able to punish anyways. So, Falke, not having very good anti-air crush counters, doesn't really have a great punish to this. But you can always just sort of take your Schneider and leave it at that. And that's really all the tech I have against Blanka as of right now.